Or the board of directors for this corporation called the American government.
A monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or morning, afternoon, night, depending on where you are tuning in from. We have quite the heavy stream this evening, not for the faint of heart at all. In fact, like we have backstage, I'm about to bring him up, Sovereign Soul Unchained MInd, my father, Dave. And like I was telling him, a lot of us are, what separates us from most other people, the normies, as we call them, is that we're able to look into the darkness and not turn our heads. And I'm able to look at some pretty dark stuff. But when I was doing the research for tonight's presentation, I have to tell you, it's almost too much for me. It's pretty rough. And that's why this is going to be a Rumble exclusive. So if you're on the YouTube side, I know most everybody's already over on the Rumble side. But if you're on the YouTube side, I'm going to give you guys, 15, 20 minutes to go ahead and, get in here, realize what's going on, and click the Rumble link if you can. I know I have a couple subscribers beyond Elemental and several others who might be in a censored area of the world, which is crazy, Western civilization, that there is such a thing. But and you may not be able to watch Rumble because they don't want you to see certain things that we're going to be presenting tonight or that we usually present on Rumble exclusives. And I apologize for that. So we're going to have about 20 minutes or so on here. You'll at least be able to enjoy that. Like I said, not all the time, I can't present everything on YouTube primarily. There's a lot of things that we need to be able to talk about, need to be able to shine a light on, that CommuTube is just not getting with the program on the censorship. So without further ado, let me bring up from backstage, Sovereign Soul Unchained MInd. How you doing?
What's up, guys? Just kicking it up here. We got something Wong up here. I was going to give him the night off, so he could help his family in their restaurant. His brother got drafted into the Chinese Communist Army, so now he's got to fill in and wash dishes and make noodles.
That's a shame. He may be Taiwan bound, right?
Hey, otherwise, you get disciplined. You shame femery. You do math. You go do math now.
All right. Well, let's say hi to some of the people over here on the in the chat. It doesn't show everybody over here in the chat, so I know we have a lot more viewers on Rumble than it's showing over here.
I'm seeing a lot of Rumble people over here in the chat on the StreamYard side.
Yeah, see, we got a lot, but that's not anywhere near the amount of people that are actually watching on Rumble. We have Theo Shen, Eldon Bean, Top Pot. Good to see you guys. Gregory Top. Of course, Sovereign Soul commented in there. We've got Up Mike. Good to see you. Leo Slayer. Yes, it is far too spicy for YouTube, right? The Unidozer. Good to see you, buddy. Corbett. That's Corbett. Eldon Bean, make stupid people famous. Good to see you. I think you're my only moderator on the YouTube side right now. I need to make more moderators. Eldon, I think I'm going to make you a moderator just for in future when we
Eldon's good people. I know.
When we do YouTube shows. Next time we have a YouTube stream, I'm going to make you a moderator. Chicago Cubby Bear, Pushing Button 62. I'm also going to make you a moderator next time when we do a YouTube. And Rem is he's my other moderator on here. And then we've got Ryan 1778 on the Rumble side. Let's see here. I think did we get Flat Earth Bean? Good to see you. Heresy Seed. John Keeley, good to see you guys. And it looks like everybody's now popping over on Rumble and commenting. Lord Racer, good to see you. Mental Pancakes, that's quite the interesting name. I dig it though. Good to see you guys. So this evening, I guess we're just gonna have a chat there's literally almost nothing that I can show you on YouTube that I have pulled, like almost not a single thing can I show you. But I guess we're gonna start with a little discussion. What people don't realize about the Pizzagate situation, or oh shit, I probably shouldn't have said that word. It's completely fake. It's a conspiracy theory. It spreads, dangerous misinformation, causes problems, and that's why YouTube censors it, right? But on another note,
it's run by fucking small hats, and that seems to be
the whole triangular shaped food situation that we have going on there is that I've told you guys many times on this channel, right? And when we're doing our law class on this channel, that the most valuable resource on this earth is you and I. It's not the food. It's not the what. The only reason they want control of all the other resources is to control us. But even beyond that, people our age are almost not very useful, and we're tough to control, especially people who are awake like us. So what they really want is the younglings who are manipulatable, and they have developed an entire process for programming these younglings, and it involves trauma, severe trauma, where the brain literally forms amnesia around the memories to split the psyche and create what's called altered personalities. And this is what we have going on in Hollywood a lot when we see people glitching out. One of the main purposes for tonight's stream.
Did you know that John Podesta has an alter ego?
I did not.
Yeah, he does. He'll like adopt this like an adolescent persona and goes by Skippy.
Okay. Yeah.
This is no shit, and I've seen it. I did a video on it years back, and it was up on my first channel, which got taken down, but that one stayed up. When I did one on this subject, boy, gone. They took it right down. But because I've been looking into this crap as far as the elites are concerned, as far as Hollywood's concerned, the music industry, all this, at least since like 2012, when I first started hearing rumblings about it from David Icke. And I started looking into it. And then I got led to Kevin Annett and the International Civilian Tribunal on Crimes Against Humanity. I forget, it's got a long ass name, but they actually held a world court in Belgium. And they found the Queen of England, Prince Philip, the Pope, a bunch of people guilty of crimes against humanity for abuse of children.
I did know. Yeah, I know. I did.
No arrest could be made because, let's face it, the British police,
let's save
to the crown. So
let's save a lot of that stuff for Rumble. Let's save that for Rumble.
I get on it, Boyd. I'll tell you.
Yeah. We're gonna go in just a few moments as soon as we give people a chance to come on.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't gone into this for a while, man.
We gotta watch. That's why we're gonna get out of here real fast. Just give it about 10 more minutes. What I can bring up though is one of the main, if you guys read the description, I know I get lengthy with my descriptions, but I'm a writer, so I like to do that. But one of the main reasons, or one of the main points of tonight's stream is I know I have a lot of atheist subscribers, quite a few atheist subscribers. One of them who I don't even know why he's a subscriber. He literally subscribes just to troll now, because I called them out on it. And discussing the law, you can never really understand the law if you do not understand natural law, which is obviously connected to divine law, which necessarily requires an understanding of divinity. And well, not understanding, but at least an admission of and somewhat of a relationship with. These people really worship the devil, and that's one of the points I want to show you guys. You don't have to believe in this stuff. You really don't have to believe in this stuff. They do. They absolutely do. We have Bohemian Grove. We do. Well, actually, here's a couple of things I may be able to show while we're still on YouTube. So I have. How many of you know who Marina Abramovic is?
I do.
Okay. So let's see if I pulled up the Gaga cake. Hold on one second. I did not. Where is it? Here it is. Marina Gaga. All right, got it. Open. Says me. Okay. Here we go. Check the. It is literally not opening the post for whatever reason. All right, we'll check this out. All right.
This is the most important person that you've never heard of. Marina Abramovic is a Serbian conceptual artist and performer, patronized and adorned by the Rothschilds, Clinton Foundation, Jeffrey Epstein, the Podestas, Jay-Z, and every major cultural mover and political elite. She is behind all the normalization of Satanism from Sam Smith, Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Lil Nas X, on and on. She is the celebrity and has unlimited financing to satanically invert the culture through the arts. She doesn't fix it on social media, and you won't see her at the Grammys. You will only hear of her vague association with spirit cookings, transhumanism, and cannibalistic art performances, and the curation of gatherings with the most powerful people in the world. In actuality, she is a Satanist witch serving the black cube of Saturn, curating the meeting of morally compromised yet aligned financiers and Luciferians who have an insatiable and starving lust for children. Her actual role is three-pronged. She serves as a role to 1, denigrate high culture and the arts to lower our aesthetic and spiritual standards away from the cross. 2, she is a modern Anton LaVey, LARPing a public persona that distracts us from the true Talmudic synagogue Satanism that she practices with the elite behind the scenes. Which rather disconcertingly is number 3. She is an event organizer for child parties for the most powerful people in the world to commiserate and together. The devil is alive and very busy, and her name is Marina Abramovic.
Yeah, and so Jay-Z has cited her as his spiritual inspiration. So is Lady Gaga. Many artists, actually. An interesting side note about her is she's actually a member of the State Department. Okay, so they have an arts organization in the State Department, of which Marina Abramovic is a top member. So she's actually a member of our government in a way, not directly, but she's a member of the State Department. And in the art program, one of the reasons they use art is because art is internationally protected. Now, this is something that people who study law knows. Like if Keith, I forget his screen name, El Perro came on, he's actually done this with his name and several other things and turned it into a work of art. Same reason Prince turned himself into a symbol. It all has to do. But the reason I'm bringing this up, because it's not a law discussion, is this allows them to ship things saying that it's art without those containers being subject to search by customs in case it damages the art. So this is a big reason why all these people are artists, sort of like how Hunter Biden is an artist who sells the ugliest, dumbest paintings in the world for, tens of thousands of dollars, right? Yeah. What does that tell you? It's not art that they're selling, guys. And so one more video I want to show. Well, you got anything on that, Dad?
Well, yeah, that's how they do all that. That's how a lot of this money laundering is done. Another similar trick, right? One time I was traveling out to Johannesburg in California, and we were going up the highway, and we come through this little town. I saw this little store on the side, had this big sign out in front that said free weed. And I was with my friend Anthony. I was like, did you see that sign? He said, yeah. I said, we got to go see what's up with that, right? So we go in this place, and what they had, it was like a secondhand store. And they just had like, a little vase and shit like that on the shelf. Now, the deal was, if you bought that item for a certain amount, you got a free gift of like a 1/4 ounce of weed that went with it. And if you bought it for like, $30, then you got like more weed as a gift.
Right.
So what they were doing was getting away from the tax and having to have a license to sell weed by giving it away with the purchase of an item. And whatever you pay. So they do the same thing there with these auctions, donation, high art, right. And shit. Yeah. They all know what is the item represents. And people say that's why they can have some guy, splash paint using a jet engine and shit, and people pay $1 million for this fucking painting. They're not buying the painting.
No.
Right.
It's a way to launder, like you said. But beyond that, one thing very few people know is the customs laws, international customs laws on art are very lax. And this was intentionally done. One, that's a complete inversion of creativity, which is one of the main, divine gifts of God is created. So they use that in an inverted way, but it also allows them these big shipping containers that are coming in, that Podesta has his hands in and everybody has, that are art. They're carrying art. It's not art.
Oh, yeah. And that's the evergreen shipping service, which just so happens to be Hillary Clinton's Secret Service code name was Evergreen. You know, Evergreen's on the move. Yeah,
yep.
that was her name. Huh, isn't that crazy?
That is interesting. Here's one more video I can show. And then, guys, if you're on YouTube right now and you're tuning in the link, there's a Rumble Rumble link to my channel. We are going Rumble exclusive. Almost nothing I can show tonight can be shown on YouTube other than this last video I'm about to show. And honestly, I didn't entirely proof watch it, so I'm really hoping that it's that it's okay for YouTube. But you know what? If not, fuck it. Who gives a shit? All right, here we go.
This is Madonna then. This is Madonna now. Demi Lovato.
This guy.
This is Madonna then. This is Madonna now. Demi Lovato then. Demi Lovato now. Billie Eilish then. Billie Eilish now. Sam Smith then. Sam Smith now. Little Nas X then. Little Nas X now.
He's always
Beyonce then. And Beyonce now.
Sasha Fierce.
There is a serious spiritual war going on. A war for our minds, for our souls, and the minds and souls of our children. This is Madonna then. This is Madonna now.
So people
Demi
do not
Lovato
understand,
then.
like there's
Demi Lovato.
This is crazy, right? Like this, what is turned, like for instance, Katy Perry used to be a Christian singer when she was a teenager, and in an interview she says she knew she'd never make it as a Christian singer, so she sold her soul to the devil.
Yep.
And now she's entirely MK Ultra'd out. Like, and this isn't a reoccurring thing. Bob Dylan says he made a deal with the chief commander, right? You can watch the interview, and he says, the chief commander, who's that? He says, well, or he said, of this world. And he says, well, of this world and the world we can't see, right? And that's who he made a deal with. He's like, oh, the lyrics pretty much wrote themselves, you know, and almost every single major celebrity in rap, rock, pop, doesn't matter, acting, they tell you they sold their soul. It's in their music. It's, you know, and so this is not this is not a euphemism. They're not metaphorically speaking. This is actually what's going on. And what we're going to present tonight is what they have to do to become part of this club. And we are going to begin with the triangular food opening. That's also known as a gate, right? And for the sake of being absolutely just sick of censoring myself, we are now going to say bye to CommieTube. So come on over to Rumble to see us and watch the rest of this video. And if you have a strong constitution and you're not weak of heart, well, I won't even say that. If your heart's not, if you can handle it, because it's not a weak heart, it's just awful shit that we're going to go through tonight. So, all right, we are going to remove YouTube